Hello lovelies, how are you all doing? I'm excited because I've just taken delivery of all my framed artwork. It's come back, so yay! This is going to be a bit too noisy to do. I'll take the bubble wrap off carefully, of course, so that I can reuse it. Oh my goodness. It was the actual frame, hang on a sec, it was the actual framer himself who dropped them off, and I was telling him how excited I was. One of them in particular, because it has been 30 years in the waiting. Oh my goodness, tons of bubble wrap, yes. I'm definitely I'll get all the tape off that and it'll be recycled. So the first one is, we're going to have issues with the light. I have to slightly side on. The Paul Nash at the V&A. Paul Nash as designer, applied art, 1908 to 1939. That is the one I think I want to have above the mantle. Well, I don't have a mantle. Let's pop it there for the minute. This one, I'm really excited. I'm excited to see all of them, frankly. Let me turn that one around so you don't get a sneaky look. And I don't get a sneaky look either. So this one is the fantastically bonkers dress pattern. Oh, I've just noticed as well, great, on the bottom corners. Yeah, it's on that too. On the bottom corners, on the bit that's on the wall, he's put little cushion pads so that it protects the wall coverings. It's like Christmas time, wanting to just rip it off, rip it off. Actually, this is, it's like a birthday present to myself. It's actually years and years worth of birthday presents. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Oh la la. Oh, wowzers. It's just bonkers. Now, I think this one's going in the hall. It's heavy. He did say, I can't see, but he said it wasn't quite square. So he's had to just match some paper colour to it just on one of the edges. I'll have a proper look in a minute. Where shall I put it for safekeeping? Yeah, the last thing I want to do is send it flying and smash the glass. And this is the one. This is the one that has been waiting 30 years in a poster tube. I wasn't expecting to be doing this today. Oh, and the other thing is, I didn't get around to, hold on, get it up. I haven't, oh, careful Vivi, stop rushing. I haven't, oh, this tape is so sticky. I haven't filled my holes, the hole in the hall. I didn't get around to filling it yet. I've just had, I'm not going to use the B word, I've had a time pressured couple of weeks actually. Really, just no time for those smaller odd jobs. Oh, it looks fantastic. Budvar, Tertigrad. So this was when, oh sorry, the light. When I was in, well, it had been Yugoslavia, but it was just after the Civil War. Why do we call it a civil war? It's a war. So the UN were in place, and this is a festival that used to happen every year in Budvar, in Montenegro, and it had been suspended for I think it was suspended for 4 years whilst the war was happening, and this was the first year the festival was back in action, and I was really, really lucky enough to be performing there that summer. So it was 1996, good grief. This I was originally planning for the hall, but I think, let's have a look, I might have to tip, oh no, you can see from there, can't you? Because it's so special, I thought, oh, I might have it in here instead. So everywhere where I've got things hanging already, I just hung them on wherever there are hooks, screws, whatever, already existing. So this, even if I decide it's going to go here, it might be that I have to adjust where it's going to be hanging. Oh yeah, it's just really beautifully made. And do you remember I was mentioning this to you when I was doing my Finding Treasure, all of this tape. It's not about keeping the back and the glass and all that. This is about keeping dust out. So that's all beautifully sealed all around. And then can you see at the bottom, in the bottom corner, there's a little foot there. And on, oh, it's unwieldy. And on that side, so that's just about protecting the wall. Let's see, you're going to get an idea before I will. I've got to find the hook. Where's the hook? Here on. Is this the part where you all start to get nervous and think, oh, she's going to drop it and smash it? Is that straight? I won't know till I stand back. Oh, it's perfect. I think it's gonna, let me take you off the tripod. Oh no, yeah, let me take you off the tripod a second. Oh, let me pop the other one up. Hang on a sec. So the other one, let's see how it will work here. So down comes the tapis. I think that's going to go behind the sofa. You can go there for the minute. And let's get the Paul Nash up. Oh no, this is definitely going to have to be moved. Yeah, because, hang on, let's go on one string. Yeah. Yeah, you can see the problem, can't you? It's proud of the, I'll bring you a bit further back so you can see, but it's proud of the picture frame. Let me see what you're seeing. Let me adjust you. Yeah. So, but I think that's going to be gorgeous there. Let me bring it round to where I want it to be. Oh, actually, I can balance it. Is that straight? Love it. The light in here is mad. I think about this every time I film. I always think, gosh, it looks a bit dark in here. It's so bright and light in here. And I think that might be the issue. I think the camera is trying to adjust it down anyway. So what you might not be able to see, this is where I'm going to get you off the tripod. Hang on a tick. I've just given it a bit of a straightening. Yeah. Let me come to, oh, light, light, there's my reflection. But you can see these lovely, the really dark blue, and then that lighter blue and the grey. So, yeah, I love blue, absolutely love blue. And also, you know, it's just picked up in some of the graphics. Hang on, walking backwards, don't trip on tripod. Let me see, let's see it from the, if I was sitting on this, sitting on this, what have I just, oh my goodness, sorry, I've just sat on my glasses. If I'm sitting on the sofa, how does it look? You get an idea of scale. Oh, I love it. He loves it, I do. I absolutely loves it. Oh, you have to excuse this. Oh, let me show you something. Oh no, hang on, I'll do this. I'll talk about why all these vintage linens are sitting there at the moment. But first of all, coming around to see my boudoir. Let me come right to the far side of the room. Yeah, this is what I mean, but it's this room on camera always looks a bit dark. And yet here I am struggling with reflections because it's actually so bright. Yeah, I love it. I think though, So, look, I know my window is reflecting behind me now, so it's hard to, you're not going to see any of the images. So it's sort of middle way along, if the radiator was what I was going off. However, I think I want to move it more to the left, because you see the space to the right, space to the left, they're not even. I think it could do with being evened up. But let's come out of the way of the window. Oh yeah, chuffed. And the view from the sofa. Oh, I love it. I'm just thinking now, because that one, it was originally meant to go in the hall, but I do actually quite like that splash of colour. Let me just swap it out for a second and show you what the original plan was. Well, this was the original plan. This is the piece that's from La Stagione, 1912. This is the dress patterns. I've got the blinds open to let as much light in as possible, but that of course means you're getting lots of reflections. But on here, you see, oh, I'm gonna have to close the blinds, hang on. That helps a little bit. I've also got all the windows closed to keep traffic noise out, but actually I'm now roasting. Well, you can still see the blinds and me. Oh, I forgot to close that one. Never mind. Anyway, you get the gist. Let me come this way so the light's not bouncing off it quite so much. It's just crazy and I love its craziness. So there's all the different dresses it makes. I think though, I think because it's very busy, but it's intricate busy. It's when you're close up that you really kind of can appreciate it, and there's all the cutting layouts. I think it might be better in the hall, where as one walks through the hall, one is naturally closer, and then I'll put the boudoir one back up in here. Yeah, I think that sort of, obviously it's bigger, bolder, more simple graphics, reads better in the big room. Oh, lovely Paul Nash. Oh yes, so I was mentioning, I've got a load of vintage linens that have been washed and pressed, and then, oh, this one's gorgeous in here. It's got the most beautiful deep lace border. Yeah, and then they were all air dried on the line outside in a nice gentle sea breeze. Lovely bits of embroidery and cut work. That's just one of my lavender bags sitting on top, giving it a little bit of extra scent. So the reason they're sitting here is because computer's there. They've all been photographed now. So now what I have to do is measure each one, weigh it, and get it all uploaded into my shop. There's also a couple of vintage tea towels, but then I found this and I was so pleased too. Do you recognise the pattern? Those of you who watch my cooking videos. Yes, it's my apron pattern of English garden birds. Isn't it cute? It's by the company Cook Smart. So this pattern went out of production, I don't know, 10 years or so ago. So when I saw this, I thought, oh, I've got to have it for my shop. It has got, there's a little mark there. I mean, it was pretty much like new, and there's a tiny little tea stain in there. Virtually like new though, but even so, it too has had a wash and a pressing. Washed, pressed and aired out in the sea air. So yeah, that's what I'm supposed to be getting on with at the moment. Work. This is work, more work, lots more work. Oh, this one, when it was on the table, it photographed beautifully. I've actually photographed them on the garden table, but it just draped so beautifully. Yes, anyway, enough of that. That is work. There's more work there. I'll tell you about that another day. But you know what? Whilst I've got the camera on, let me tell you about a couple of other things. Yay! Oh, getting really warm. I need to get the windows open pronto. And you can hear that's a massive cement mixer. I think one of the reasons you hear the traffic so much, I think because on the hill as well, they're going quite slowly, low gear or whatever. Anyway, hopefully one day I'll have double glazing and it won't be so much of an issue. It doesn't bother me. It's just I know people sometimes comment on it in the back of videos. And also because it's lunchtime, around lunchtime, there's probably going to be a bit more traffic. Anyway, like I said, I wasn't expecting to be doing this today. I just want to say a massive shout out to Mulberry Tree Gallery in Swanage. They've done a lovely job for me. They're at 57 High Street. If you're ever in Swanage, if you have anything you need framing, they also sell artwork for local artists, and there's some ceramics, a bit of ceramics. I think it's pretty much all local artists. So if you're here for a holiday, day trip or whatever, and you want to take home a really gorgeous memento of a gorgeous place, then pop into Mulberry Tree Gallery. Yeah, I'm delighted. One thing I should have said, and I forgot to say when handling your framed mounts, is, and I probably did it, I might have done it with the bud file because of it being awkward. Try, if you're going to lift them, try to only lift by either their hanging cord or the bottom, to hold it from the bottom. Don't be tempted, imagine if that was the top, to pick it up by that, because actually what you're doing is you're pulling against the joints, and you're going to weaken those joints and even possibly pull your frame apart. So yeah, use the cords on the back. You saw the back, really strong cords, or pick it up from underneath, from the bottom. Anyway, yeah, wonderful people, fabulous. So in other news, not fabulous, the wonderful Dame Penelope Keith has died. What a fantastic actor. Just, you know, I was thinking though, because it was yesterday. Oh, and by the way, Penelope Keith and I are drama school alumni. Went to the same drama school, the Webber Douglas Academy. I was thinking about this yesterday because I had the radio on and they mentioned it on the radio, and I thought, oh, that's so sad. And of course it is really sad for her family and close friends. But within seconds, instead of thinking, oh, that's so sad, I started smiling. And then I was chuckling to myself. I couldn't help it. I was thinking about her as Margot in particular. And in particular, the Christmas episode where they all get a bit tipsy and they start to flirt with the other one's husbands. And there's that brilliant joke, isn't there, that comes out of the... Margot has bought Christmas from Harrods. She's going to have Christmas delivered, and something goes wrong and it doesn't get delivered. So they go next door and they have to have the poor Christmas with the goods. So it's homemade crackers with homemade hats made out of newspaper. And one of the jokes is, and Margot has it, what a great actor she was. She says, oh, I can't remember it now, hang on. Why is the ooh-ah bird called the ooh-ah bird? Because it lays square eggs. The other three are cracking up, and Margot's sort of sitting there reading it going, I don't understand. I just don't understand. Anyway, so that was my kind of, and it's carried on today actually, just that thought of, I don't know how many people, there aren't many people in the world who, after their death is announced, one ends up smiling and laughing. But what a fantastic legacy. I mean, obviously for her friends and family, but for all of us who absolutely adored her, whether it was as Margot or as, oh, I've forgotten her name, is it Audrey Forbes Hamilton, and there was that other one where she played the judge, Law and Disorder, that's just telly. Of course, she famously later on did Lady Bracknell in The Importance of Being Earnest, cracking part. Thing is, she was 5'10", just like me, although I've shrunk because of the arthritis. And And as 5'10", you're never going to play the pretty little ingenue. You're always going to end up playing one of the character parts. But how great to be a character actor, because they're the good parts. But yeah, so I shall, next time I have a glass of wine, I've got visitors soon, so I'll be having a glass of wine. I'll raise a glass to, I was going to say Margot, to Penny Keith to say, thank you. Oh, I'm going to get a bit sad now, how weird, but thank you for all the fantastic laughs she's given us. Remember the one where she's picking runner beans again on the good small holding? I think there's been some sort of torrential storm, and their garden is feet underwater. I mean, it's all mud, and they have to rescue the harvest, and it's all hands on deck. And so Margot and Jerry offer to help. I think Jerry offers Margot. And Margot turns up in a yellow sou'wester, yellow oilskins and galoshes, and she picks a runner bean, one, and then she walks across the garden to put it into the basket. Just like one at a time. And eventually, of course, she slips, falls over in the mud, and has that great one-liner, which I can't quite remember, but it's something along the lines of, if one of you so much as sniggers, I'm going home. And of course, cut, we see to the three of them, and they're all brilliant. Yeah, it was impossible to feel sad for too long. She was 86 as well, you know, it's not like she was 46 and cut off in her prime. I'm sure she would have loved to, you know. Anyway, the point is, what a great legacy that we get to enjoy forever, or for as long as we live. Anyway, oh, I had some post arrived. I think it's a birthday present, so I'm going to open it, because we're as good. Oh, we're as good as at my birthday. There's no note. Is there a note tucked in? No. Oh, good night, Mr. Tom. I can never remember who wrote it. It's Michelle Magorian. I don't know if any of you know the story of Goodnight Mr. Tom. It's such a lovely story. I've read it a few times. I haven't read it for about 10 years or so I'll give it a read. Whoever you are, thank you. But yeah, it's a young lad who's evacuated. It's the Second World War. He's evacuated to the countryside, and he ends up with this curmudgeon, Mr. Tom. But I won't say any more. It's a lovely read, and actually, you know, in the theme of the last few Christmases, I've been rereading a childhood favourite book. Maybe I'll save it till Christmas. I know it's a birthday present. I don't know if it's a birthday present. It's my birthday around now. But I think I might lay it down until Christmas. That might be a nice cosy read with a handkerchief. Yeah, maybe that'll be a Boxing Day read. Thank you, whoever you are. I'm just going to double check. Nope. There's no note in there. That's so cute, thank you. Oh, sweet. What else has been going on? I missed something last week, hang on. When I was mentioning about, oh, I must get these linens done today, and I'm trying not to use the B word, as in, you know, busy. I hear people say it all the time, oh, I'm so busy. Well, you can't be that busy, because I've just seen you, you know, you've just put out a video and you've spent day on the beach or whatever. Anyway, let's get away from the B word. It has been a time squeezed couple of weeks, but productive. But because it's been time squeezed, there's an event that happens here each year, and I've missed it again this year. I missed it last year, I've missed it this year. I must put it on the calendar for next year and make it a priority to give myself a day off and pop along to go and see, excuse me. It's so warm in here with that window open to let the draft go through. I missed there's a festival that goes on it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I think each year it's called Road to Rail. And essentially it is a festival to celebrate all things steam. So it's steam engines, traction engines, etc., etc. And it's held It's just north of Corfe Castle, but next to the railway line, the Heritage Railway line. And I blooming love steam engines and traction engines. I don't know where, I mean, I know my dad did, was massively fascinated by those things and was really into them, and I was probably taken as a really quite small child to some traction engine rallies. They were always called rallies then. But considering my parents divorced when I was 6, it would have been a long time until I was a grown-up when I would have gone to another one. But maybe I picked it up from him, but I absolutely blooming love traction engines. But the thing I love most when you go to one of these rallies, my favourite thing in the world is the steam, I just spat steam organ. You know, and it's such a distinct sound, isn't it, the steam organ? I love it. And there's usually a little kind of sort of angel fairy thing that they stand there and they've got the I'm getting my arms in the wrong way. They're holding a cymbal and they'll go ting 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 at a certain part, and they're so beautifully decorative. That sort of the funfair fairground painting, and yeah, a steam organ, love it. And the smell, both of the grass, that muddy crushed grass smell with the steam engines, oh, love it. So I'm going to put that on my calendar. And I was just remembering actually, because there was one that used to come to Dulwich near where I lived in London. It's a fairground and it's still, I think it's all steam still. Carter's, is it called Carter's Steam Fair? It's a travelling fair, so I'm sure there are many of you all around the country who have been to Carter's when it's visited your town or village. But yeah, and like I said, I think it is all steam, isn't it? I'm not sure, but yeah, really, really special to go to. So definitely need to get that on my calendar to-do list for this time next year. Oh, one last thing, because this is really weird. I haven't experienced this before. You know, I got a new phone. I got this replacement phone. I mean, it's still a dumb phone. It's still a brick phone. But it's got a feature on it that my other one didn't have, and I'm very glad of it, because this started about 3 weeks ago. I got a call, and I'm still putting numbers into my phone because obviously, you know, I've got a replacement SIM, so I've got the same number, but I'd lost quite a few phone numbers. I now have backed a lot of them up on paper in my Filofax. But I received a call one day, and it was a number I didn't recognise, but I answered it anyway. Quite often if I don't recognise a number, I might let it go to voicemail. But on this occasion, I answered it, and I said, hello, and all I got in the background is just this constant chatter, and it sounded Chinese. Now listen, I'm not much of a linguist when it comes to any of the Asian languages, but it sounded Chinese. And it's just going on. So I said again, I said, hello, hello. It just carried on. I thought, oh, that's hinky. I hung up. The great thing with this new phone is I can block a number. So I immediately went to the little setting. It actually says blacklist. So I clicked on blacklist, and it means that that number can't call me anymore. However, as I just said, it's been going on for 3 weeks, every day, at least once a day. And it gets a different number, but it's the same Chinese in the background. So I don't now, I actually tell you something about the framed artwork in a second. So now, if it's a number I don't recognise, I pick the receiver up, as it were, but I don't say anything. I listen, oh, it's the Chinese, hang up straight away, block. Yeah, it's just odd. So it's a different number every time. So like I said, every day, at least once a day for the last 3 weeks. I don't know what I can do about it anyway, other than block. But yesterday, it was the gallery calling me, and I don't have their number in my phone. So I picked the phone up, didn't say anything, and I heard there was no noise at all. And then I heard hello. Went, oh, hello. Hello, sorry, hello, it's Vivi, who's this? And they were like, oh, it's the gallery, we just want to arrange a time to bring your pieces around. So I was like, oh yeah, it's like, sorry. the thing about picking up with the Chinese thing, I don't want to engage at all. I don't even want to say hello, but with the gallery, all's well that ends well. And so after that moment of silence and him going, hello? So, oh yeah, I am here. Anyway, there we go, that'll do for now. I can't remember what else. I know that there are, well, yeah, the linens, there's, I've got quite a long list to get through today. I will do my best. I don't think this one will get hung today because this is going to go in the hall, as I said, but I really need to do that hole filling. It will be so tempted to just hang this and hide the hole, but I will know that the hole is there, and it won't be a hidey hole. It'll be a hole being bored into my brain of, Vivi, go and fix it, you know it's there. But yeah, how wonderful to have my budfar and my nash. And I need a hook for the tapier to go over there. Or maybe this one's gonna I'm spoilt for choice now. I did have this one done in a slightly lower profile, thinking it would go in the hall. Lower profile as in the others are sort of like that thick, sideways on, and this one is like that. Just so that, obviously being in the hallway, I don't want it to stick out so far. I bashed my shoulder into it. No, it's going to go in the hall, but I will get that hole filled first. In other words, it's going to sit here for 5 weeks. Oh, that's how things have been. And the other thing I will do in a second, I might take it out in the garden to do, because I haven't had my lunch break yet and it's 1:30. Is pop out into the garden with my bubble wrap and gently take all the sellotape off it and get it rolled or folded up and stored, and it will be reused. Yay! That's a lot of bubble wrap. It costs a lot of money. All right, my lovelies, I'm so glad you were here with me today for the unveiling of all my precious bits of art. It's I can't formulate words. I'm a bit tired at the moment. It's feeling more and more like my gaff every day, with all my bits and there's not too many bits and pieces. I don't really do bits and pieces, but having my art and my books, I still haven't stopped grinning about the bookcases. I still look at them every day and think, oh, you're so pretty. Oh, let me play bookshops, let me play. It's like, no, Vivi, stop it, you've got work to do. Talking of work to do, right, that's it, I'm off. And well, thank you very much, Jerry. Oh yeah, the last words to Penelope Keith as Margot. May we all be so lucky in life to receive one of those withering looks. What an absolute marvel she was. And we will all continue to, well, not necessarily all, she won't be to everyone's taste, but most of us will continue to smile and laugh at her antics in whichever role it was she was doing. She's just brilliant, full stop. All right, lovelies, I will see you all again really soon. I'm not sure for what, but it will be soon. So until then, please look after yourselves, look after your artwork, look after your books, whatever. Enjoy the garden, make the most of the sunshine, whatever you're up to in life. You know what, blindly make the most of it, because we don't know how long we've got, do we? All right, lovelies, until the next one, cheerio.